Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox fan coming to you from Al Red Sox fan YouTube station on this New Year's Eve. I'm going to play a little doubleheader. Continue with our 1966 retro replay of the Boston Red Sox, and these are the final two games of this retro replay. We've reached the conclusion of this, and we have played 160 games. And the Boston Red Sox in this retro replay are 81 wins and 79 losses. Right now we are a +9. The Red Sox actually only won 72 games in 1966. They'll be facing the Chicago White Sox, who had quite a good retro year. 90 wins and 67 losses. Doubleheader. It's a doubleheader in actuality in Retroland, and also a doubleheader on Al Red Sox fan YouTube station. So, if we get one win out of two, we will have accomplished one of the goals, a 500 record. We've already got the 500 record. We need to take one of these two games in the doubleheader to be above 500. Again, we're going to play both games of this doubleheader. I'll play this one. There'll be a pause. I'll go off air, and then I'll come back with the next one. So, hopefully we can pull off one win here. And have a winning record. Let's go to the lineups. First, I'd like to say hello to Juan Redmond. Hello to JD. JD wishes Happy New Year. Happy New Year back to you, my friend. And hello to Tribes fan. So, for the visiting Boston Red Sox, leading off in center field is Lenny Green. Batting second, the third baseman Joe Foy. Batting third, Tony Caligiero playing right field. Batting fourth, the left fielder Carl Yastrzemski. Batting fifth, the shortstop Rico Petrocelli. Batting sixth, the first baseman George Boomer Scott. Batting seventh, the second baseman Dalton Jones. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Bob Tillman. On the mound for the Boston Red Sox, batting ninth, Jerry Stevenson. Stevenson in the retro replay is 2 wins, 2 losses, with an ERA of 4.73. In actuality, he was 2 wins, 5 losses, with an ERA 5.83. All hands on deck for these final 2 games. The Red Sox want to squeeze out one more win to have a winning record. For the Chicago White Sox, who have 90 wins and had a good season, but they will not be going to the playoffs in the retro replay land. Leading off, playing right field, Ed Stroud. Batting second, the second baseman, Marv Stahl. Batting third, the third baseman, Don Buford. Batting fourth, the center fielder, Tommy Agee. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Tommy McGraw. Batting sixth, doing the catching, J.C. Martin. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Ken Berry. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Jerry Adair. Adair will be playing for the Red Sox in 1967, the Impossible Dream Team. And batting ninth, on the mound, Joe Harlan. Horlin, retro replay, 7 wins, 13 losses. He earned run average 3.23. In actuality, 10 and 13 with a save 2.43. So we will be on our way. Behind the plate, J.C. Martin, average catcher with a below average arm, 3 out of 10. That's not good. Buford, below average at third when it comes to defensive range, 4 out of 10. Adair, the same, 4 out of 10 at short. Stahl at second, 2 out of 10, so really no range at all there. McGraw, 4 out of 10 at first. In the outfield, Ken Berry, 7 out of 10 range, 9 out of 10 arm. Tommy Agee, 10 out of 10 range, 7 out of 10 arm. So they're both excellent out there. And in right field, Stroud, 4 out of 10 range with an average arm. And here comes Lenny Green, the Red Sox center fielder. Green batting .223 in the retro replay, 1 home run, 20 runs driven in. In actuality, .241, 1 home run, 12 runs driven in. He's gotten hot towards the end of the year. He's actually got his average well. It was below 200. It's now 223, so he has been hot as a pistol. Horland gets the sign from Martin. Here's the pitch to Green. And that's a fly ball. And that ball is gone. A leadoff homer for Lenny Green as that ball just kept going up, up, and away like a beautiful balloon. 1-0 Red Sox. What a way to start. First game of this doubleheader. Final 2 games of this 1966 retro replay. We have Mark Forsberg in the chat. He wishes everyone a Happy New Year. Happy New Year back to you, my friend. Here comes Joe Foy. Foy batting .298, 13 home runs, 62 runs batted in the retro replay. In actuality, .262, 15 homers, and 63 runs batted. Can the Red Sox go back-to-back jacks? We shall see. Martin sets the target. Here's the pitch to Joe Foy. Foy walks. Doesn't chase, high and away. So, 1 on, no outs, and here comes Tony Colignero, and what a retro replay Tony C's had. .277, 27 home runs, and 103 runs driven in. His actual numbers, .265, 28 home runs, and 93 runs driven in. He's 1 below his home run number, 10 above his RBI number, and at this moment, he is 12 points higher in average. So Tony C awaits the Horland delivery, and here it is. It's a wild pitch, and Foy moves up to second base. He is now in scoring position. Colignero has a chance to knock in his 104th run here with 2 games left in this 1966 retro replay season. And we're coming to you from Chicago, Comiskey Park. The count's now 3 balls, no strikes. Colignero will take. Strike 1 in there. 3-1 count. Tony C still in the driver's seat. Horland gets the sign from Martin. He delivers the pitch. Colignero swings, and that is going to be a single to left field. 61% chance of scoring Foy. Barry has a cannon for an arm. We shall hold him. So it'll be runners on the corners, no outs, and here comes Carl Yastrzemski. Yaz has underperformed in the retro replay. Yastrzemski only hitting .243, 11 home runs, 77 runs driven in. In actuality, .278, so he's well below his average. 16 home runs and 80 runs driven in. So if he hits a 3-run blast, he'll be right at his RBI number. No outs, runners on the corners. Martin wiggles the fingers. Horland nods his head. Here's the pitch to Yastrzemski. It's a ground ball to second. And Foy will go home. They're going to try to turn 2. So 4-6. No! Yastrzemski beats it out. He'll have an RBI. 2-0 Red Sox. So they only get Colignero on the force out. Stall to Adair. So Yastrzemski's at first. 1 out. 2-0 Red Sox, and here comes Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli tremendously overperforming in this 66 replay. .284, 11 home runs, 69 runs driven in. In actuality, .238, 18 home runs, and 59 RBIs. Yastrzemski at first, 6 out of 10 base runner. McGraw holding him on. Horland looks to first, now in at the plate. Here's the pitch to Petrocelli. He swings, that's a fly ball out to right. Stroud's there, he makes the catch, 2 down. Yastrzemski retreats back to first. So 2 outs, runner at first, and here comes George the Boomer Scott. Scott batting .252, 20 homers, and 67 runs driven in. In actuality, .245, so he's above his average. Home run total, 27, he's below that. And RBIs, he had 90, he's well below that. Yastrzemski will be off on contact. Again, McGraw holding him on at first. Horland looks to first. Now in at the plate. Here's the pitch to Scott. And that ball's by the catcher. Yastrzemski advances to second. Another wild pitch by Joe Horland. So there's a duck out on the pond for the Boomer. And that duck's name is Carl Yastrzemski. It counts now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Yaz at second. The windup and the pitch to Scott. Fouled back to the screen. 2-2, and we'll do it again. Martin pounds the mitt, sets the target. Here's the pitch by Horland. Oh, he comes high and tight on Scott, and he hits him. So first and second with 2 outs, and here comes the second baseman, Dalton Jones. Jones on the retro replay, 230, 9 home runs, 42 runs driven in. In actuality, 234, 4 home runs, and 23 runs driven in. Runners will be off on contact. Yastrzemski at second, Scott at first. Jones digs in that left-hander's batter's box. He awaits the delivery from the righty, Horland. Here's the pitch. Jones swings. It's a dribbler to second. Over to McGraw. Side retire. But the Red Sox score 2. We go to the bottom of the first. 2-0 Boston. Due up for the Chicago White Sox. Ed Stroud. Then Stahl, the second baseman, and Buford. Ed Stroud, 167, no home runs, 1 RBI. He's had 18 at-bats in this retro replay. In actuality, he had 36 at-bats with a 167 batting average, no home runs, 1 RBI. Left-handed batter. On the mound, Jerry Stevenson. We've already given you his retro numbers, 2-2, 4.73, actuality 2-5, 5.83. Behind the plate, you have Bob Tillman, average defensive catcher with a poor arm, 3 out of 10. Joe Foy's at third, 4 out of 10 range. Same for Rico Petrocelli at short. Dalton Jones a little better, 5 out of 10 range at second. And George the Boomer Scott, 7 out of 10 range at first. In left field, the excellent outfielder Carl Yastrzemski, 10 out of 10 range, 10 out of 10 arm. Lenny Green, 7 out of 10 range, poor arm, 3 out of 10. Tony Colignero in right, 5 out of 10 range with a 6 out of 10 arm. Here's Stroud. Stevenson's ready to work. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Petrocelli. He backhands it, throws to Scott, 1 away. Stepping to plate, Marv. I believe his name's pronounced Stahl. S-T-A-E-H-L-E. I think the H is silent. I'm not quite sure, so I'll be calling him Stahl. Marv Stahl comes up, batting .235, no home runs, 2 RBIs. In actuality, 133, no home runs, no RBIs. Not a lot of at-bats in reality or in the retro replay. He must be a September call-up. A left-handed batter. Stevenson gets the sign from Tillman. Here's the pitch to Stahl. And he strikes him out. 2 up, 2 down, and here comes a White Sox regular, Don Buford. Buford batted .221, 10 home runs, 63 runs driven in. He's playing third base. In actuality, .244, 8 home runs, 52 runs driven in. Another left-handed batter. Stevenson looks in, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Buford. Line drive, down the line, but foul. The count's now no balls, 2 strikes. We're going to go pitch mode. Try to give him the chase with the pitch around. Stevenson rocks and fires. Ground ball past Foy in the left field. So the pitch on the outside corner, Buford just goes with it and slaps it the other way. Nice piece of hitting by Buford. So 1 on, 2 outs. Here comes Tommy Agee. Agee, .277, 18 home runs, 57 runs driven in. And Buford, a tremendous threat for stealing. 10 out of 10 base running ability, 92% chance of stealing. Second, we're going to go pitch out. There goes Buford. Tillman throws down. Can Jones apply the tag? He does not. Not in time. Even with the pitch out, Buford still steals second. He's in scoring position now. 22% chance of stealing third. And Tommy Agee digs in. Agee has an 11-game hitting streak. Excellent bunter. 10 out of 10, but there's 2 outs. I don't think he'll be bunting. With a duck out on second base. Stevenson looks in. Gets a sign from Tillman. Here's the pitch to Agee. That's going to be a base hit to center field. Green puts a charge on it. And he'll lob it back into the infield. 2-1 now. White Sox cut the Red Sox lead in half. So Agee, another one of these guys, tremendous base running threat. 10 out of 10, 96% chance of stealing. Second, Stevenson will attempt the pickoff attempt. They throw to Scott! Oh, very close. He just gets back in time. So here at the plate, left-handed batting first baseman, Tommy McGraw. 249, 2 home runs, 38 runs batted in. In actuality, 229, 5 home runs, 48 runs batted in. Pitch out. There goes Agee. There goes the throw down. Petrocelli. And this time they get the runner. Petrocelli applies the tag. Agee is out. Side retired, but the Chicago White Sox get one on the Agee single. We go to the top of the second, 2-1, Boston at Comiskey Park. Again, the Red Sox, these are their final 2 games of this retro replay. Red Sox record 81-79, 9 games above what they actually did. One of our goals was to finish 500. Our second goal was to be above 500. So those are our 2 goals. Obviously, we wanted to win the World Series. You're not doing that with the 66 Red Sox. So we tried our best. We did get to 500. So here comes Tillman, the catcher. He'll be followed by Stevenson, the pitcher. In the top of the order, Lenny Green. Bob Tillman batting .255, 6 home runs, 50 RBIs. In actuality, .230, so overperforming with the average. 3 home runs, has 3 more in the retro replay. And 50 RBIs, he's half of the century mark. He only had 24 in actuality. Hello to D. Scott Howard. He wishes everyone a Happy New Year. Same back at you, my friend. Happy New Year to you also. Thank you for joining us on this doubleheader New Year's Eve. So Tillman's ready to grip and rip. The windup and the pitch by Horland. And he strikes out. Got him looking. So 1 down. Here comes the pitcher, Jerry Stevenson. Stevenson is 0 for 8 in the retro replay. In actuality, it was 2 for 17. He'll be taking. Here's the pitch by Horland. Strike 1, it's in there. He'll take again. Strike 2. Stevenson's ready to grip and rip. Righty-lefty matchup. Martin sets the target. Here's the pitch to Stevenson. He pops it up towards second base. Stahl's calling for it. He waves everyone off, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Top of the order now. Lenny Green. Lenny Green's 1 for 1. He hit a solo home run to lead off the game. It was a shocker. He crushed it to right center. 354. Let's see if he can get another one. Green awaits the Horland offering. Here it is. Green swings, and that ball is going to be a hustle double, it looks like, to left center, and it is. So Lenny Green has homered and doubled. He is 2 away from the cycle. He needs a single and the triple. He is in scoring position for Joe Foy. Foy walked his first time up. 2-1 Red Sox. Martin wiggles the fingers. Horland nods his head. Martin sets the target. Here's the pitch to Foy. Dribbler to second base. Stahl to McGraw. Side retired. Red Sox threaten but do not score. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-1 Boston. Here at Comiskey Park. Due up for the White Sox. McGraw, Martin, and Berry. McGraw was at the plate when Agee was thrown out on the pitch out by Tillman. Petrocelli applied the tag. McGraw, an excellent bunter, 9 out of 10. We have to respect that. We will play the corners in. Foy in at third. Scott in at first. Here's the pitch to McGraw. And he walked him. Tying run at first. Here comes the catcher, J.C. Martin. Martin batting .168, 1 home run, 12 RBIs. In actuality, .255, so he's way under his numbers. 2 home runs and 20 RBIs. McGraw definitely a threat to steal. 9 out of 10 base running ability. Scott holding him on. Stevenson throws over to Scott. Did they get him? No. Here's the pitch out. McGraw does not go. He's stolen 21 bases on the season, so it's 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch out again. There goes McGraw. The throw down by Tillman. And not in time. So the White Sox have stolen 2 out of 3 bases. As McGraw's in scoring position with no outs, Martin's in the driver's seat, 2 balls, no strikes. First base open, Barry on deck. Stevenson takes a deep breath on that mound. Gets a sign from Tillman. Here's the pitch to J.C. Martin. Fly ball, foul towards left. Yastrzemski gives chase, but runs out of room. So the count's 2 balls, 1 strike. McGraw at second. Petrocelli cheats towards the bag as Stevenson peeks over his shoulder. Now Stevenson looks in at Tillman, nods his head. Again, the delivery to Martin. Ground ball up the middle. Past the lunge of Dalton Jones. Lenny Green has it. Let's see if they're going to wave McGraw around. They're going to wave him around. Green will throw in towards second. We have a tie ball game. 2-2. Martin's at first. RBI single. And here comes Ken Berry. Berry 257, 10 home runs, 63 runs driven in. As the organist is playing charge here at Comiskey and the fans yelling charge. Red Sox want to turn 2 up the middle with Petrocelli and Jones. Go pitch mode. Aggressive. Here's the pitch to Berry. It's a bunt. Fielded by Tillman, who goes to first for the out. So it'll be up to Jerry Adair with 1 out to knock Martin in, who's in scoring position at second. Adair, who will play for the 1967 Impossible Dream Red Sox, is batting .245, 2 home runs, 24 runs driven in. In actuality, .243, 4 home runs, 36 runs driven in. 9 out of 10 bunter, 8 out of 10 hit and run. Stevenson rocks and fires. Ground ball, and that's going to find a hole. Martin, I think they're going to send him around. Caligiero has it. He's going to shoot for the plate on this one, though. 29% chance of getting him. Here's a throw to the plate by Tony C. Not in time. The White Sox take a 3-2 lead. Adair does not advance, though, on the throw home. So Adair's at first. Stevenson has been roughed up so far in these first 2 innings. And here comes the pitcher, Horland. We're going to bring our corners in. With 1 out, Adair 6 out of 10 base running ability. Here's the pitch to Horland. There goes Adair. Tillman throws down. Not in time. Adair's in scoring position. We will move our... Well, we're going to keep our corners in, actually. The count's 1 ball, no strikes. We're going to go aggressive against Horland. Stevenson sets and delivers. Fly ball out to Caligiero. Runs towards the line. He makes the catch. Will Adair tag? No. He will not test Calignero's arm from right. So 2 outs. Adair will be off on contact. Top of the order now, Ed Stroud. Stroud is 0 for 1. Left-handed batter. Stevenson takes a deep breath. The windup and the pitch to Stroud. Slow grounder to third. Foy charges. Throws to first. Scott stretches. And he throws the ball away. Another run scores. It's now 4-2 Chicago. As the throw was wide of first. Here comes Marv Stahl. He's 0 for 1. Red Sox get bullpen action up. Stahl struck out his first time up. He digs in that left-hander's batter's box. Tillman sets the target. Here's the pitch to Stahl. And he strikes him out. Side retired, but the White Sox score 3 and take the lead as we go to the top of the third here at Comiskey Park. White Sox 4, Red Sox 2. Due up for Boston. Caligiero, Yastrzemski, and Petrocelli. If anyone gets on, George, the Boomer Scott. Tony Calignero's 1 for 1. He singled in the first. Orland's ready. He delivers to Tony C. And that's going to be another single, this time to right. So Calignero's 2 for 2. Here comes Carl Yastrzemski. Yaz 0 for 1. Grounded into a force out in the first. Horland looks to first. McCraw, holding Calignier on. Now he looks towards the plate. Here's the pitch to Yastrzemski. It's a slow grounder to Stahl. He flips to Adair. Adair comes across the bag and fires to McGraw. Double play. Yastrzemski struggles. Continue in this retro replay. Pitcher's best friend, double play. 2 down, no one on. Rico Petrocelli steps to the plate. He is 0 for 1. J.C. Martin pounds the mitt, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Petrocelli. And Petrocelli walks. So Petrocelli's on first. Here comes George the Boomer Scott. Scott was hit by a pitch his first time up and currently has a hitting streak. Petrocelli 4 out of 10 base running ability. He'll be off on contact with 2 outs. McCraw holding him on. Here's the pitch to the Boomer. And that's a ground ball to pass Buford. And Petrocelli goes first to third as he was off on contact. So runners on the corners for Dalton Jones. Scott represents a tying run at first base. Jones represents the go-ahead run at the plate. So 2 outs, 2 on. Jones is 0 for 1. Jones does have 9 home runs in this retro replay. Left-handed batter. Horland's ready to work. The windup and the pitch to Dalton Jones. And that's a single up the middle. Petrocelli scores from third, and Scott goes first. The third runner's on the corner still. And the Red Sox creep closer. It's 4-3. And here comes Bob Tillman. The Red Sox catcher is 0 for 1. Tillman a chance to knock in Scott to tie this ball game up. Dalton Jones represents the go-ahead run at first. McCraw holding Dalton Jones on. J.C. Martin wiggles the fingers. Horland nods his head. Here is the pitch to Bob Tillman. That's a slow grounder to second. Stahl has it. Flips to McCraw's side. Retired. The Red Sox do get 1. And trail 4-3 as we go to the bottom of the third. Due up for the White Sox, Buford, Agee, and McCraw. If anyone gets on, the catcher, Martin. Jerry Stevenson back out on the mound. He's given up 4 runs in 2 innings. 51 pitches, good for 25. Buford 1 for 1. He singled in the first. Try a pitch around here again. Tillman sets the target. Here's the pitch to Buford. And Buford does not chase. We'll just put a really speedy runner on. And here comes Tommy Agee. Again, Buford has 53 steals on the season. He's going to look for 54 here. There's the pitch out. There goes Buford. Tillman fires down. Jones gets to the bag. Puts the tag, but not in time. Buford steals another bag. He's in scoring position with no outs. Agee's 1 for 1. He singled to right center, scoring Buford. Gonna go pitch mode, aggressive. Here's the pitch. And he singles to center field again. Here comes Buford, most likely around. They're going to wave him, I would think, against Lenny Green's weak arm. Green will throw to Petrocelli, covering the bag at second. Agee has his second RBI, 5-3 White Sox. Agee was thrown out in his attempt at stealing second. Stevenson throws to first. Agee is gone! Nice slap tag. Oh, what am I saying? Pass ball. I didn't see the runner. Agee's at second. So Agee goes to second on the error by Stevenson. That's why you read the text, Al, Red Sox fan. So the pickoff attempt goes horribly wrong. Another error on the Red Sox. That's 2 on the game for the Bo Sox. First base is open. Martin on deck. No outs. Going to play the corners in. Here's the pitch to McGraw. It's a bunt. Stevenson fields it, throws to Dalton Jones on the wheel play. They get him, but McCraw does his job. Agee's at third now with 1 out. And here comes the catcher, J.C. Martin. He's 1 for 1. He singled up the middle, knocking in McCraw. 5-3 White Sox. Go pitch mode here. Aggressive. Tillman sets the target. Here's the pitch to Martin. Strike 1. Aggressive again. Strike 2. Aggressive for a third time. Strikes him out! That was a big strikeout there. So 2 down. AG still at third, and here comes Ken Berry. Berry had a sacrifice bunt in the second. Stevenson gets the sign from Tillman. Go pitch mode again. We're going to go aggressive against Ken Berry. Here is the pitch to Berry. Strike 4. Stevenson rubs up the baseball. Steps up on the hill. Toes the rubber. Looks into Tillman. Let's see if we can get Berry to chase. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. Hits the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. We're going to see if we can go a little farther outside, hopefully, and get Berry to swing. Stevenson nods his head. He sets and delivers to Berry. Berry does not chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes, back to aggressive. Stevenson rocks and fires. Berry again. Does not chase the low and away. 2-2 count. 2 outs. 5-3 White Sox. AG at third. The windup and the pitch. Ground ball to Foy. Pass Foy. Another run scores. And it's 6-3. White Sox double the lead now, as they're up 3. Berry's at first. 7 out of 10 base running ability. This will be the last batter for Stevenson. We want him to get this last out because he's first up. Adair's 1 for 1. He singled in the second, knocking in Martin. The windup and the pitch to Adair. There goes Berry. There goes the throw down by Tillman. Jones goes with the tag, but not in time. They are running like madmen here. I see Spots has joined us in the chat. Hello, my friend. Happy New Year to you, as he wishes Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year to you, too. So Berry's in scoring position. Red Sox down by 3. Counts 1 ball, no strikes on Jerry Adair. Stevens will go aggressive. He delivers to Adair. And that's a single to right center field. Berry will race around with the 7th run as Red Sox pitching is taking it on the schnoz. It's now 7-3, and here comes the pitcher Horlin. Let's see if we get him out. Stevenson works quickly. Line drive. Scott snares it out of the air. Side retired. But Jerry Stevenson has given up 7 runs in 3 innings, and he will not hit. Again, the Red Sox have to win one of these 2 games in this doubleheader to have a winning record. If they lose both, they will finish 81 and 81. And who do we want to pinch hit? I think we're going to go with Mike Andrews, the youngster called up in September, will pinch hit for Stevenson. His day is done. And it wasn't a good one. 3 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. He's in line for the loss, unless the Red Sox rally. Mike Andrews, in the retro replay, 133, no home runs, no RBIs. Hello, Max Cornelius. How are you? Happy New Year to you also. Max Cornelius wishes everyone a Happy New Year. In actuality, 167, no home runs, no RBIs. Horlin will set and deliver. Here's the pitch to Andrews. Grounder to Buford at third, across the diamond to McGraw, 1 down. Top of the order now, Lenny Green. Green is 2 for 2. Solo home run in the first to give the Red Sox a 1-0 lead. It seems so long ago. And then he doubled in the second. He needs a single and a triple for the cycle. Martin sets the target. Here's the pitch to Lenny Green. That's a pop-up in foul territory, first base side. McCraw gives chase towards the stands, and he runs out of room. The count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. We'll do it again. The righty Horland will deliver to the left-handed batting Green. And he strikes him out. 2 up, 2 down. So a measure of revenge for Joe Horland. Here comes Joe Foy, the Red Sox third baseman. 0 for 1. Walked in the first, grounded out to second in the second. Horland works quickly. Here's the pitch to Foy. That's a fly ball to right. Right at Stroud. He makes the catch, side retired. 1, 2, 3. Go the Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the 4th. White Sox have a commanding 4-run lead. 7-3 over Boston. We need a new pitcher. The new pitcher is going to be... lefty. Gary Roggenberg. So here comes Gary Roggenberg. Left-handed thrower will face the lefty Stroud, Stahl, and the switch hitter Buford. If anyone gets on, Tommy Agee. He had no record in actuality. Actually, didn't even record an inning pitched. In the retro replay, he's thrown 3 innings and not so well. His earned run average 7.36. So we'll go pitch mode with him because he's not a good pitcher. He's going to go aggressive to Stroud. Tillman sets the target. Here's the pitch by Roggenberg. Ball 1. He delivers again. Line drive. Petrocelli makes the catch. 1 away. So 1 out, no one on. Here comes Marv Stahl. He's 0 for 2, another left-handed batter. Roggenberg sets and delivers. Aggressive. It's a fly ball deep to right center field. Lenny Green on the run at the track. Reaches up and he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. So they've hit the ball quite hard at Roggenberg. But Petrocelli made the catch on the line drive, and Lenny Green made a wonderful running catch to right center. Here comes Buford. Don Buford has 2 steals today. He's 1 for 1. He singled in the first, walked in the third. Let's see if Roggenberg can get a 1, 2, 3 inning here. Let's go pitch mode again. He's going to go aggressive. Gets a sign from Tillman. He delivers to Buford. Ball 1. Roggenberg takes a deep breath on the mound. Toes the rubber. Gets a sign. He rocks and fires. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, Roggenberg takes that deep breath. Looks towards Tillman. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. Buford, that's deep towards left center field, and Yastrzemski makes the running catch. Somehow, by the grace of God, Roggenberg goes 1, 2, 3. He does his job. And we go to the top of the 5th. 2 up for the Red Sox. Tony Caligiero, Carl Yastrzemski, and Rico Petrocelli. If anyone gets on, George the Boomer Scott. Clinton Parks jumps in the chat, says Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year back at you. He asks, who was the starter? Well, Clinton, the starter in this Game 1 of these final 2 games, it was a doubleheader in Chicago, and it's going to be a doubleheader tonight, was, again, this doesn't follow the real pitching. I do what I want in this retro replay. The transactions were accurate. Injuries were pretty much accurate. The historical transactions were correct. But the lineups for the Red Sox, I made them. I did the pitching. And we're at 81 and 79 now. So we're 9 better than they actually did. I need 1 win out of these 2 games to get a winning record. The starting pitcher was Jerry Stevenson. He stunk. 3 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs. 6 of them earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. So here comes Tony Caligiero. Tony C is 2 for 2. His average is now up to 280. Looking for home run number 28. The windup and the pitch by Horland. Calignero sends that ball deep, but Barry's there in left. Tony C got under it. It sounded pretty good. So one away. Here comes Carl Yastrzemski. He is 0 for 2. How do you do? Yaz needs a hit to get off the schneid. Martin sets the target. Here's the pitch to Yastrzemski. Ground ball to McCraw. He flips to Horland covering the bag, and they just get Yastrzemski by the hair of the chinny chin chin. 2 up, 2 down. Rico Petrocelli's 0 for 1. He flied to shallow right in the first and walked in the third. Petrocelli awaits the Horland offering. Here it is. And he strikes outside, retired. Rogenberg appears to be okay. Should we let him pitch a little more? We might as well. What the heck? He'll face Tommy Agee, who's 2 for 2. Infield corners will move in. Foy in at third, Scott in at first. Rogenberg had a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the fourth, excuse me, even though every batter hit the ball hard. We'll go pitch mode. He'll go aggressive. Tillman sets the target. Here's the pitch to Agee. Strike 1. Go pitch around now. Agee awaits the Rogenberg offering. Here it is. Popped up! Tillman throws the mask off. Can Rogenberg get 4 in a row? Tillman's there, and he makes the catch. He's retired 4 White Sox batters. Gary Rogenberg. And now here comes the first baseman, who I keep calling McGraw. It's McCraw. Tommy McCraw. He has walked and had a sacrifice bunt. Left-handed batter to face the left-handed throwing Rogenberg. Again, we'll go pitch mode. Aggressive. Tillman wiggles the fingers. Rogenberg nods his head. Here's the pitch to McCraw. Ball 1. Fastball missed. Rogenberg asks for a new ball. Tillman gets it from the man in blue. Lobs it back out to the pitcher. Rubs it up. Puts it in his glove. Back up on the hill. He toes the rubber. Peers in to the plate. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to McCraw. Aggressive. There's a strike. He pours that in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rogenberg takes a breath. He's ready to work. Here's the pitch. Strike 2! 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tillman pounds the mitt excitedly. Sets the target. The windup and the pitch to McCraw. Popped up! Tillman throws his mask off. Goes back towards the screen. Will he have a play on it? No! Foul ball. Rogenberg looking to retire 5 White Sox in a row now. 1-2 count. He's ready to work. He kicks and fires. That ball's popped up. He jammed McCraw. Dalton Jones at second calls for it. Out number 2. Gary Rogenberg has retired 5 White Sox batters. He needs 1 more to get out of the inning. He'll face the catcher, J.C. Martin. He's 1 for 2. Singled in the second, knocking in McCraw, then struck out in the third. The windup and the pitch to Martin. Strike 1. Rogenberg feeling it out there on the mound. Wants to work quickly. Gets the sign from Tillman. He's going aggressive. He's going right at Martin. Here's the pitch. Strike 2! 0-2 count. Can Rogenberg retire the side once again? Again he works quickly. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Petrocelli at short, and Petrocelli boots the ball. Should have been a 1-2-3 inning. Martin reaches on the E6 by Rico Petrocelli, and here comes Ken Berry, and that's going to be it for Rogenberg. Dave Moorhead will come out of the pen. So here comes Dave Moorhead. Again, these are the final 2 games of the 66 replay. And they're being played tonight. Just as they played a doubleheader, we're going to play a doubleheader. So Dave Moorhead comes in. In the retro replay was 1 win, 3 losses, 4.88 earned run average, 31 innings pitched. In actuality, 5.46 earned run average, 1 win, 2 losses, 28 innings pitched. Let's see if you can get the last out here against Barry. Barry's 1 for 1. Sacrifice bunt in the second and singled in the third, knocking in AG. Scott holding Martin on at first. The windup and the pitch by Moorhead. That's a deep... No, that's not deep. He got under it. Lenny Green makes the catch, thankfully, in left center field. It sounded really good off the bat. But as with Caligniero's, it hung up. So, Rogan, Burke, and Moorhead do their job. They retire the White Sox with no runs scored. We go to the top of the 6th, 7-3 White Sox. Due up for the Red Sox, Scott, Jones, and Tillman. If anyone gets on the pitcher Moorhead, he will not hit. Horland, up to 88 pitches, good for 130. He's gone 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Walk 2, struck out 3. Here comes George the Boomer Scott. The Boomer's 1 for 1. Hit by a pitch in the first and singled in the third. He will take. Here's the pitch by Horland. Strike 1. He'll take again. Strike 2. He's ready to grip and rip. Martin sets the target. Here's the pitch to the Boomer. And he strikes out. Inside corner. Boomer couldn't pull the trigger. 1 out, no one on. Here comes Dalton Jones. Red Sox second baseman, 1 for 2. Grounded out in the first, singled in the third, knocking in Rico Petrocelli. Here's the pitch to Jones. Slow grounder to third. Buford charges. He fires to McCraw. Close play, and they get him. 2 down. So 2 outs, no one on. The catcher Bob Tillman steps to the plate. Tillman is 0 for 2, looking to extend the inning here. Horland and the White Sox want to go 1, 2, 3 and get to the bottom of the 6th. Martin wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Tillman. That's a fly ball. Right center field. AG on the run. He makes the catch. Side retired. The Sox go quietly into the night. As we move to the bottom of the 6th, due up for the White Sox, Adair, Horland in the top of the order, Stroud to face Moorhead. He'll be out there to face Jerry Adair. Adair's 2 for 2. We're going to go pitch mode. Aggressive. He sets and delivers to Adair. Strike 1. Again aggressive. Ball, 1 strike. Tillman goes through the signs. Moorhead nods his head. He rocks and fires. It's a fly ball out to Caligiero and right. He makes the catch. 1 away. Here comes the pitcher Horland. He's 0 for 2. Moorhead works quickly. He delivers. And he strikes out Horland. So 2 up, 2 down, top of the order. Ed Stroud. Stroud is 1 for 3. Grounded to short in the first. Infield single in the second. And line to short in the fourth. Moorhead shakes off Tillman. Tillman goes through the signs again. Here's the pitch to Stroud. And he strikes him outside, retired. So the relief pitching has done a good job. They have shut out the White Sox. Innings 4, 5, and 6. We go to the top of the 7th. Chicago 7, Boston 3. Due up for the Red Sox, Moorhead, which means a pinch hitter. Then the top of the order, Green, Foy, and if anyone gets on, Tony Caligiero. So Moorhead's day is done. Moorhead went an inning and a third. No hits, no walks, struck out 2. Pinch hitter will be Jose Tartable. Jose Tartable, left-handed batter. Struggled in the retro replay. 229, no home runs, 14 RBIs. Father of Danny Tartable, who would also play briefly with the Red Sox, I believe. In actuality, 277, no home runs, 11 RBIs. Excellent bunter, 9 out of 10. He's going to attempt the bunt hit. Here's the pitch. Tartabull squares. He puts it down, but it goes foul. The count's now no balls, 2 strikes on Tartabull. He'll be swinging away. The windup and the pitch by Horland. That's a ground ball to McCraw. He waves off. Horland takes it to the bag himself. 1 down. Here comes Lenny Green, top of the order. Green's 2 for 3. A home run in the first, a double in the second, struck out in the fourth. He awaits the Horland offering. Here it is. Green strikes out again. So 2 up, 2 down. Horland up to 105 pitches. He is good for 130. Joe Foy 0 for 2, digs in. He's ready to grip and rip. Martin sets the target. Here's the pitch to Foy. And Foy walks. Red Sox get a desperately needed base runner on. Here comes Calignero. Tony C. 2 for 3. Average now at 279. He singled in the first, singled in the third, and fly deep to left in the fifth. He'd love to yank one out for his 28th home run and pull the Red Sox closer. McCraw holding Foy on at first. Horland looks to first, now in at the plate. Here's the pitch to Calignero. It's a line drive right at Buford. He hit it hard, but right at the third baseman's side. Retired. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Red Sox will need a new pitcher. Chicago 7, Boston 3. The new pitcher for the Red Sox will be They'll face lefty Stahl, switch hitter Buford, Agey's a righty, then lefty. Bill Short. So Bill Short will come in. Short in the retro replay. No wins, no losses, 1.23 earned run average in 7 innings pitched. 3 hits, 1 home run, 5 strikeouts. In actuality, 4.32 earned run average in 8 innings pitched. 10 hits, 1 home run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He'll be facing Marv Stahl, who's 0 for 3. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch by Short. But here comes Lee Elia to pinch hit. Right-handed batter now steps to the plate. 243, 1 home run, 22 runs driven in. Actuality, 205, 3 home runs, 22 runs driven in. Short gets the sign from Tillman. Here's the pitch to Ilya. Fly ball, left, foul. Yastrzemski runs out of room. It counts no balls, 2 strikes. We'll go pitch mode, and let's see if we can get Lee Elia to chase. The windup and the pitch by Short. Does not chase. Let's try it again. 2-2 count. Going to go aggressive here. Short toes the rubber. Peers in at Tillman. Here's the pitch to Ilya. 3-2. Again, he goes right at Ilya. And he walked him. Oh, man. Leadoff runner on. Here comes Don Buford. He's 1 for 2. 2 steals today. He singled in the first, walked in the third, and flied very deep to left center. Short looks to Scott, holding Ilya on at first. Now he sets and delivers to Buford. Grounded to Petrocelli. Over to Jones. Turns, throws to Scott, double play, 6-4-3. So the relief pitching has done its job. Still needs 1 more out to get to the top of the 8th, and tough out will be Tommy Agee. Tommy Agee's 2 for 3. Single to right, knocking in Buford in the first. Single to right again, knocking in Buford in the third. Then pop to the catcher in the 5th. So 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Short up on the hill. Toes the rubber. Looks in at Tillman. Here's the pitch to Agee. Fly ball. And Yastrzemski turns and looks, and that ball is gone. Tommy Agee breaks up the scoreless streak by the Red Sox bullpen, and it's now 8-3 with a solo blast with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Short will now face McGraw. who's 0 for 1. He has walked, sacrificed, popped to second. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch to McCraw. Ground ball right back through the wickets, up the middle. So a 2-out single. The inning continues. Here comes the catcher, J.C. Martin. Tillman goes out to have a quick word with Short. Probably his last batter here. He's up to 14 pitches. He's only good for 20. Throws to first. And McCraw is back safely. Short looks to Scott at first. Now in at Tillman. Here's the pitch to Martin. Ground ball. Short has it. Throws to Scott. Side retired. White Sox do get one on the AG homer. We go to the top of the 8th. Chicago 8, Boston 3. It looks like the Red Sox will have to win Game 2 of this doubleheader to get their above 500 record. If they lose both, they'll finish at 500, 81 and 81. Due up for Boston, Carl Yastrzemski, Rico Petrocelli, George Scott. If anyone gets on, Dalton Jones. Can the Red Sox rally? We shall see. Horland's up to 115 pitches, good for 130. Here's the pitch to Yaz. Ground ball. Horland has it. Throws to McCraw. 1 down. Scoring at home, that's 1-3. Rico Petrocelli's 0 for 2. Martin goes through the signs. Horland nods his head. Here's the pitch to Petrocelli. Ground ball to Horland. Over to McCraw. Again, if you're scoring at home, 1-3. They're playing Pepper with the pitcher out there. So 2 outs, no one on. Here comes George the Boomer Scott. He is 1 for 2. The windup and the pitch to the Boomer. Fly ball. Left center field. Barry on the run. Makes the catch. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 8-3 White Sox. Short says he's fine. We're going to give him one more batter. Barry. Barry's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch by Short. Fly ball, down the line, Calignier on the run, foul, ran out of room. Short might be tired, as he's in the red now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, this will be his last batter. He's going to go aggressive against Barry. He delivers. Fly ball, Calignier towards the line, makes the running catch. 1 away, and that's it for Short. So Short's day is done. An inning in the 3rd, 2 hits, 1 earned run. It was a home run to Tommy Agee, and he walked 1. Oh, who do we want to bring in now? I think we're going to go with Adair. We got righties. Dick Stigman. Dick Stigman will come in to pitch. Stigman, left-handed thrower. Retro replay, 2 wins, 2 losses, earned run average 6.78. In actuality, 2-1, 5.44. He threw 87 innings in the retro replay. In actuality, 81, so he's above his total. Looking to get this next 2 outs here. Jerry Adair, 2 for 3. Stigman delivers. And that's a shot. And that's going to get to the wall. And that's going to be a double by Adair. So Adair says, "How dare you throw me that poop?" And he promptly doubles. So 1 out. Runner at second. Here comes Horland. He's 0 for 3. Stigman gets the sign. Here's the pitch to the counterpart, Horland. And here comes the pinch hitter, Bill Skowron. Skowron, 289, 1 home run, 41 runs driven in. Stigman peeks over his shoulder, now looks in towards Tillman, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Skowron. Pops it up, foul territory, third base side. Foy gives chase, but will run out of room. Count's now full, 3-2. Stigman's ready to work. He delivers. Skowron swings. Past Foy. Adair stops at third. Runners on the corners. 1 out. And here comes the top of the order. A left-handed batter. Ed Stroud. He is 1 for 4. Stroud grounded out in the first. Singled. Infield single in the second. Lined to short and struck out in the sixth. Red Sox want to turn 2 with Petrocelli and Dalton Jones up the middle. Stigman looks to first. Now to third. Now in at the plate. Here's the pitch to Stroud. And here comes Smokey Burgess. A very dangerous pinch hitter. In actuality, he's hitting in the retro replay, 328, no home runs, 7 RBIs. Smokey Burgess played for the Springfield, Massachusetts International League team. I believe he played with the Cubs, the Springfield Cubs. At Pinchin Park, he said that was the toughest place to hit a home run out in his professional career. In actuality, 313 with 15 RBIs. And he hits left-handed pitching at a 600 clip. This is scary. Let's see if Stigman can get Burgess out. We're going to go pitch mode. We're going to go aggressive. Here's the pitch to Burgess. And he singles to left. Run scores. 9-3 White Sox. Adair scores. Al Weiss steps to the plate. First at-bat of the game. Tillman pounds that mitt. Sets the target. He wants Stigman to hit the target. Here's the pitch to Weiss. Fly ball to Yastrzemski. Comes in on it and he makes the catch. Quickly getting back to second to Skowron. So 2 outs. 2 on, and here comes Don Buford. Buford 1 for 3 with 2 steals. The windup and the pitch by Stigman. Oh, wow, they call Buford back, and they're going to go with Floyd Robinson, a lefty-lefty matchup. Quite interesting. Again, we start over. 2 on, 2 outs. Robinson at the plate. Floyd Robinson, 255, 8 home runs, 45 runs driven in. In actuality, 237, 5 home runs, 35 runs driven in. Stigman takes that big breath on the mound. The windup and the pitch to Floyd Robinson. Fly ball to Yastrzemski. He makes the catch, side retired. White Sox tack on another one. We go to the top of the 9th here in Game 1 of this doubleheader. The Red Sox need to take one of these 2 games to be above 500 in the retro replay. I've already clinched my 500 record. We're at 81-79. Doesn't look like we're going to get it here in Game 1. Do it for the Red Sox. Dalton Jones, Bob Tillman, the pitcher. So we'll have a pinch hitter in the top of the order, Lenny Green. Let me say hello in the chat to ID Gesture. Happy New Year to you. And Alan Vanderson, who says, hey, Al, boo Red Sox. Well, we still love Alan. He's a Yankee fan. But it doesn't matter. We love him. Happy New Year to you also, my friend. And the new pitcher for the White Sox is Greg Bolo. No record. He's thrown 2 innings in the retro replay for the White Sox. In actuality, no wins, 1 loss, 7 innings, 7 hits, 2.57 earned run average, walked 3, struck out 4. Here's the pitch to Dalton Jones. It's a fly ball to right. Buford comes in a bit, makes the catch, 1 down. Here comes Bob Tillman. Tillman's 0 for 3. The windup and the pitch by Bolo. Ground ball to Adair. He backhands it. Throws across the diamond to McCraw. 2 up, 2 down. And here comes Dick Stigman. He will not bat. We go to the pinch hitter, Don Demeter. Demeter batting .304, 11 home runs, 62 runs driven in. In actuality, 292, 9 homers, 29 runs driven. So tremendous RBI numbers for Don Demeter. Again, we have the hindsight of the numbers in the retro replay, so we were trying to go with matchups when the guy can do well. And we've done it to a 500 record at least. Demeter awaits the Bolo offering. Here it is. Ground ball, single to left. Red Sox stay alive. 2 outs. Runner at first. Top of the order, Lenny Green. Green's 2 for 4. He homered in the first, doubled in the second. Since then, strikeout, 4th and 7th. McCraw holding Demeter on. Bolo looks to first. Now in at Martin. Here's the pitch to Green. That ball's by the catcher. Demeter dashes for second base and stops. Past ball. So that's on the catcher, Mr. Martin. Green, 1 ball, 1 strike. Chance to knock in a run here. The windup and the pitch by Greg Bolo. Green swings, grounder to Weiss. Over to McCraw. Ball game over. White Sox win 9-3. They take game 1 of this doubleheader. So the Red Sox, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. 5-10 minutes. The Red Sox will have to win game 2. Right now they're 81-80. Again, the 81 wins is still 9 better than what they actually did. So let's quickly go to the box score. So the winning pitcher was Horland. 8 wins, 13 losses. Now Jerry Stevenson, 2 wins, 3 losses. Player of the game, Tommy Agee, excuse me. Go to the box score. Here's the box score. And as always, before we go to the box score, let me say thank you to ID Gesture, Max Cornelius, Alan Vanderson, Clinton Parks, Tribes Fan, IC Spots, D. Scott Howard, Mark Forsberg, JD, and Juan Redmond. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me. If you spent a little time in the chat, greatly appreciate it. Happy New Year to you all. May it be a better New Year than it was the last. Whether you had a good last one, let it be better. If it wasn't so good, let it be much better. So. All right, let's quickly go through the pitching. And the Red Sox. Jerry Stevenson took the loss, 3 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned, 2 walks, 3 Ks. Rogenberg, an inning and 2/3, no hits, no runs, no anything. Surprisingly. Moorhead, an inning and a third, struck out 2, didn't give up any runs. Short broke that streak, an inning and a third, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. It was a home run by Tommy Agee. He walked 1. Stigman struggled in 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, only gave up 1 run. It was earned. And that's the pitching. Horland gets the win for the Chicago White Sox. 8 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 1 home run. That was the leadoff homer by Lenny Green. 3 walks, 5 Ks. Bolo pitched the 9th. Gave up a hit, and that was it. Lenny Green started off like a house of fire, 2 for 5, a home run and a double, then proceeded to strike out twice and fly out. 1 RBI, 1 run scored. Joe Foy, 0 for 2 with a run scored, walked twice. Tony Caligiero, 2 for 4. Yastrzemski's struggles continue, 0 for 4 with an RBI. Petrocelli, 0 for 3 with a run scored, walk and a strikeout. George the Boomer Scott, 1 for 3 with a K. Dalton Jones, 1 for 4 with an RBI. Bob Tillman, 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Stevenson, the pitcher, 0 for 1. Andrews, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Rogenberg, pitch did not hit, same with Moorhead. Tartable, pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Short pitch did not hit, same with Stigman. And Don Demeter had a pinch hit single in the top of the 9th. In total, 33 at-bats, 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 RBIs, 3 walks, 5 Ks, 1 double, 1 home run for the Boston Red Sox in defeat. For the Chicago White Sox, who won 9-3, Stroud, the leadoff batter, 1 for 4 with an RBI, a strikeout. Burgess, Smokey Burgess, again, played for the Springfield Cubs of the International League, Springfield, Massachusetts Cubs. Played at Pinchin Park down in the North End. So that's the toughest place to hit a home run in his professional career. It was on the river, and the wind would come off the river, and it had like a 30-foot high fence all the way around. He was 1 for 1 with an RBI. Bradford came in to play right field, did not hit. Stahl, the second baseman, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Elia, the pinch hitter, walked. Weiss came in defensively, had 1 at-bat, was 0 for 1. Buford, the third baseman, 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored, 1 walk. Robinson, pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Bolo pitched, did not hit. Tommy Agee, player of the game, 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs, 1 walk. The catcher, Martin, 1 for 4, runs scored, an RBI, and a strikeout. Barry, the left fielder, 1 for 3, a run scored, an RBI. Adair, the shortstop, who will go on to play for the Red Sox in '67 on the Impossible Dream Team, 3 for 4, 1 run, 2 runs knocked in, had a double. Horland, the pitcher, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Scorin, the pinch hitter, 1 for 1. Ward came in to play third defensively, did not have an at-bat. So the Chicago White Sox in victory, 34 at-bats, 9 runs. The majority of them, 7 of them coming off the starting pitching, only 2 out of the bullpen. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 double, 1 home run. Tommy Agee. We're not going to... we'll do the recap. What the heck. Boston got into the scoring. Solo shot in the first by Lenny Green, 1-0. And then Carl Yastrzemski hit a grounder, scoring the runner at third, made it 2-0. White Sox came right back in the bottom of the first. Tommy Agee singled, scoring Buford. He extended his hit streak to 12 games, 2-1 Red Sox. In the second, 7 batters to the plate for the White Sox. They scored 3 runs on 3 hits, a walk and an error. Martin singled, scoring McGraw, tied the game 2-2. Jerry Adair singled, scoring Martin, made it 3-2. Stroud singled, scoring a runner, made it 4-2 White Sox. Boston got 1 back in the third. Dalton Jones singled, knocking in a run, made it 4-3. And then the floodgates opened. In the bottom of the third, White Sox sent 7 batters to the plate, scoring 3 runs on 3 hits, a walk and an error. Sounds familiar. Tommy Agee singled, scoring Buford. 5-3 White Sox. Barry singled, scoring Agee. 6-3 White Sox. Jerry Adair singled, scoring Barry. 7-3 White Sox. They would score another run in the 7th on the Tommy Agee solo blast. 8-3 White Sox. And they got 1 more for good measure. Pinch hitter Smokey Burgess, the man who played for the Chicago, I keep saying the Springfield Cubs of the International League, Springfield, Massachusetts, singled, knocking in Adair, 9-3, and that was your final. Lenny Green for the Red Sox, 2 for 5, a double and a home run. Jerry Adair, 3 for 4, a double and 2 RBIs. Tommy Agee, 3 for 4, a home run, 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Joe Horling got the win. Jerry Stevenson took the loss. So once again, with 1 more game to go, we're going to play game 2 of this. It was an actual doubleheader, so we're playing a doubleheader. The Red Sox lose game 1, 9-3. They're now at 81 wins and 80 losses. We need 1 win to go 82-80. If not, 500, and that's not bad because that's still 9 games better than they actually did. Al Red Sox fans saying thank you very much. I'll be back shortly. Health, happiness. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless, and Happy New Year.